All right, yo, we back again with another podcast, episode 4. It's your boy Richie.
Yo, this Sora, what's up?
We're going to be talking about self-awareness and a few things we'll be doing on the site, looking towards in the future. Start off with the things we're doing on the site right now. We're adding a new music gallery, a video gallery, completely changing out our whole system. It's going to be mad dope. Right now, we've got a preview on the homepage under our exclusive column. You guys go check it out. It's like a live demo. That's not the final exact work, especially since we just discovered a few things today. But go check it out, get an idea of how it's gonna work. It's gonna show your view. It's gonna have a link back to your artist feature, so you guys can get some more views and fans can know who you guys are through that. For the guys that have albums, it's gonna link back to your albums, your SoundCloud, whatever, your iTunes, whatever. Just let us know. With that being said, man, send in some more music, especially with this new gallery. We're a little behind. Like, we got a song the other day from our boy Pilot. Very dope song, matter of fact, man. My boy Stroker really loved it.
Yeah, good shit.
Good stuff, man. But yeah, send in some more music. Anybody has any more mixtapes, albums, send it in. This gallery is about to be really nice. We've been advertising it all week on Facebook and Twitter. We're going to continue until it's up, and even when it's up, we're going to be advertising it everywhere. We decided to change the gallery around because it made the user interface a lot more, a lot more practical and a lot easier for people to, easier for people to find the songs. You know what I'm saying? Right with this new gallery, you could go to the search bar on our site, type your artist name in, and every song that we have listed by you will pop up on the site. So that's mad dope. It's easier to share. Like I said, people can get see the views, everything, man. It's gonna be a nice little feature we added in. I can't wait till it's done. I've been working my ass off for it, so please go check it out. Yeah, it's really painful, man, but it's gonna be really nice. It's really gonna look good. Also, man, when you guys are sending in some of these songs, send in the cover art too, man, because I ain't gonna like having a look for these cover arts and going back and finding who and who made this song, man. It's hard and it's annoying, man. I can't lie. So please send in the cover art if you can, or
Yeah,
worst
if you
case
can.
scenario,
If
by
anything, just send in the link to the song and make sure the link, whatever link it does, has the cover art on it. Then that's pretty much equally easy for us. But don't just be like, yo, send in a file. That'd be the worst.
yeah,
Yeah.
because worst case scenario, if you just send the file in, man, I'm just gonna take the song that we use in the article, maybe
Yeah.
like a picture of you and
That'd be
put it
the
on there.
worst.
And I don't know, man. I think the cover art, especially the way this gallery is gonna look, it's gonna derive off the cover art. Like the cover art makes it looks really nice, man. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Cover art's always good. They're pretty much an extension of your thoughts relating to a song. So, you want people to see that first. So throw that on,
Throw that on,
please.
please. But with that being said, we're gonna get into the podcast now on self awareness. Stroke, you want to start it off, man?
Yeah, there we go. Self awareness. So now, self awareness. I guess first I'm gonna throw out a definition for you. Self awareness is when you know everything about you. You know why you do things. You know what makes you happy. You know what you want to do in life. All that. You know why you react to things. What makes you react to things. All that. A lot of people, especially growing up in this world, nobody really got a manual for this shit. So you got to figure it out. Some people really just never figure it out. You have to go through in life to be, in my opinion, in life to be truly happy. You have to go through and know what makes you happy. You feel me? That should be the first step. Can't just go walking around in the dark, thinking, oh, one day it's just gonna click for me. It's not gonna happen. You have to go ahead. You got to make that step forward to figure out what you want or what you want to do in life, and then go do it. Once you figure out by yourself, you feel me, with nobody else or something making rules up for you, then pretty much you're unstoppable. Nobody can tell you nothing. You went through your own trials and tribulations to figure out who you are as a person, as an individual, and that from there's nothing but greatness. A lot of times, people in society, and especially since social media is like fucking everywhere, social media likes to tell people how to live or tell people what they should be doing, and everyone likes to broadcast their one accomplishment for year just for the fucking likes and shit. Don't get all sucked into that. I feel like really you should just stay in your own lane, worry about yourself as an individual. Once you make yourself once you figure out yourself, none of that really is gonna matter. You know, society telling you, oh, you gotta graduate high school with a 4.0 and go to college for 4 years and be a doctor and blah 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 blah. You feel me? Like obviously, not everyone. Sheer numbers alone, not everyone could walk that path. Like people know that. Not everyone can walk that path. You gotta set your own goals, realize what you want to do. You know, willing to make them sacrifices to do what you gotta do to make that happen, and then from there, everybody is you're again, you're unstoppable. You could do whatever you want. Feel me? I was watching the Jay-Z interview on the Breakfast Club 2013. Right after Watch the Throne, Magna Carta Holy Grail dropped. That was his interview for that. I suggest everyone go watch that. It's a great interview. He provides a lot of insight in the same way as that. You know, they like to big up Jay-Z, but Jay-Z is a very humble person in his interviews. He says, you know, we can all do anything. You feel me? We're all gods. We all have the ability to power a city. So you should always strive for that confidence in yourself, and just to go ahead and be, I don't know, I guess the person you always wanted to be. You feel me? That starts with self-awareness. Trust me. Take that hour, minute, whatever. Start meditating on your days or whatever, and then yeah, everything will start to work out for you. Start to be a positive person.
Yeah, part of what he said, man, I really mess with the part where everybody is their own god. I'm not really a religious person, but I believe in a God. And let me explain that. I believe that there's God within everyone. Like you all have the power to do and be whatever you want. Anything you want to put your mind to or focused on, we as humans have abilities to accomplish our goals. It's just how bad do you really want it, you know? The more you want it, the more you work for it, the better your ability will come out of you. You know what I'm saying? It'll bring the best out of you when you're up against like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? That's all part of self-awareness and figuring out who you are and what do you want to be in this world. If you go hard and you can't accomplish your goal or whatever you're going hard for, you know, 9 times out of 10, hey man, if you've given it your all, you know, if you've given it your all, maybe it isn't for you, you know. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you failed at accomplishing your goal, because as long as you recognize that it's not you, whatever you did to try to accomplish that goal, you'll be like, okay, you'll learn from that and be like, you know, hey, maybe this isn't for me, but this is for me. In that time, I've learned that this is for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One example of that would be like, like my parents, they always wanted me to be some sort of like doctor or some sort of big engineer or something. Like I was a smart guy, but I always kind of knew that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I was always a guy that liked to take on challenges. That was technical. I'm good with the computer. I'm good with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, and that stuff really made me happy, especially beating challenges, overcoming challenges. That right there, I believe that's to me is one of the greatest, sweetest feelings you have, man. Like besides getting rich, that moment of like finally accomplishing your goals, overcoming whatever it was within me, whatever was in your way, man, that is great, man. That feeling is nice. I love that feeling. Like I love beating challenges. I love that stuff. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But going to school and stuff for doctors and all that stuff, and doctors and engineers, man, like I hated math. I hated math, so I knew that wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to work. I hate seeing blood, to be real, guys. I hate seeing blood, man. It makes my skin crawl. Like I don't know, especially if it's not my own blood. You know what I'm saying? Broken bones, all that stuff. So I knew that wasn't for me, man. And one year, I would say 2015, man. At one point, I was in a pretty draining relationship, and like I felt like I lost myself. I didn't know. I was looking in the mirror, but I was like, yeah, I couldn't really understand, couldn't really see who this guy was, you know what I'm saying? So I had to take some time alone, get away from everybody, and just focus on me and reconnect with myself. And in that time, I tried a lot of things, and I was able to discover myself, you know what I'm saying? I did a lot of reading. I got back to things I really like to do. Like, I like to read. I've always been a person I like to read. And I don't just read anything now. I don't read garbage. But I've always liked to read things that, that I was interested in learning on, you know what I'm saying? I put my all in those things, and it really showed me who I was. You know, I didn't have when I took that time away from anybody, I didn't have nobody around me to influence me. And best believe you are who your friends are. Trust me, the closest people to you, you have a lot of their traits. And
Yeah, you do.
you have a lot of their traits. You subconsciously, you won't even notice it. You pick up a lot of things from your friends, your people you're in relationship with, your people in your family, but mostly your friends though. You know what I'm saying? Because you share a special bond with them. You know. But yeah, I was in a bad relationship, draining me too at the time, man. Like with this girl that, man, like yo, she even told me she thrived off of my own energy, man. Don't ever, let me give y'all a tip. Don't ever let nobody thrive off your energy. Trust me. Trust me, man, because they need to find themselves, man. They need to find themselves first. Trust me. Like, but yeah, that during that year, man, I lost myself, man, and it wasn't till the end of the year that I really regained myself, and I was like, you know what, this is what I like to do, and I changed my profession. I changed it to marketing. I got really good at marketing. Really, I'm not the best web designer, but I got really good with working with the technical stuff on like building, developing the site, and all this other stuff, man. I really enjoy doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been a lot happier ever since, man. And like whenever I work hard for something, I notice that my luck changes. Like a lot of people nowadays with the religion, man, and I'm not taking any shots at anybody, but a lot of people, man, with religion, they use religion as kind of like a scapegoat. Like they believe that if they just pray to God, everything will be all right. And you know, you gotta pray to God. You know, I always say thanks to God every time something little happens. I think I said this in the last podcast. Anytime something little happens, I always say thanks to God. You know, it's him. He's the reason why we're here. But a lot of people, the way they view religions and stuff, like they expect if they just pray to God, everything's gonna be all right. And I'll tell you right now that, man, that ain't the case, man. The way God works in my mind is, man, if God sees you putting in the work and the effort and stuff like that, man, he'll come and help you out. But if you're just sitting there saying you're praying to God and complaining all that time, man, trust me, man, you're not helping nobody. You're not helping yourself. All you're doing is just praying the air, man. I'm telling you, he don't hear them type of things, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, self-awareness, man, trust me, is one of the most important things I've discovered in this world. It brought me a lot of happiness. It also showed me who shouldn't be my friend, you know what I'm saying? Like I just said earlier, your friends are who you are, man. They will drag you down. If you are a very ambitious person and you're hanging around people that ain't ambitious, trust me, they will drag you down, man.
Yeah, they just won't do anything.
They won't do anything, and you will adopt some of them traits, and that ain't a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're gonna have to take a step back, look in the mirror, and be like, you know what? You're not living up to your potential. Like you feel when you start getting that feeling that you should be doing more. Like why you in this situation? Why you don't have that nice car that you want? Why you don't have all that money that you want? Why you living like shit, man? You're gonna take a step back. You need to take a step to start blaming other people or things, circumstances in your life. You know, not having a father or this, that, and the third. You need to take a step back and be like, man, instead of making excuses, what can I do to change my life around? You know what I'm saying? And it all starts with self-awareness and learning more about yourself. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely does. That was a good little monologue. It was a monologue, though. It was good. That was a good monologue. That was for the bugs. Yeah. That was good.
You gotta make good things.
Nah, that was good. Nah, G-shit, that was a compliment.
Thank you.
That was good. Nah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, he said a lot. That was nice. Take that down. That's life words anybody needs to hear and remember, not just hear and listen and apply to their life. So I'm not even just gonna say here. So do all that. Listen, apply it to your life. Yeah. Don't just be like, oh shit, this nigga speaking all that good shit and then just play all that. You feel me?
Something a little more earthy, man. Stop letting social media influence you. I know that is probably one of the hardest things for most people out there, man.
Yeah,
but
it is.
Just because you see some dude on there spreading a bunch of cash, man, don't feel any less about yourself, man. Like
you don't even know if that's his money.
That probably is,
yeah,
man.
You don't even know if it's his money.
Yeah, man.
Niggas be spending anybody's cash.
Yeah,
Tax
man.
season comes. That shit really their mortgage. You never know.
Most of the people on social media ain't your friends. The homies and most of the people ain't your friends on there. I promise y'all that, man. So don't let them be a big influence to your life in any way, man. Even if that guy looks like he's doing better than you, for all you know, man, he ain't doing better than you.
For real.
So Stay in
It's
your
all
own
one
lane.
big. It's a big facade.
It's all a big facade.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
a
just
big
said.
facade.
Great word.
Big facade. Don't buy into it. Once you don't buy into it and just pay attention to, yourself and what's going on, you're gonna see.
You're gonna see a
Yeah,
lot
you're
more
gonna see.
changes, man. But sitting there looking at what this guy doing and thinking about what this guy got, man, that just breeds hate and negative thoughts of like, what are you doing wrong with your life? And you ain't doing
It's
nothing, man.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
Just keep
It's
working,
not
man.
your
You know what I'm
fault.
saying? Keep
Your
working,
time gonna
man.
come. It's not a race. You feel me? Every single person has a different timeline. Like some people making like 100 racks at like 17. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, man. And
I don't got nothing to do with me. Like good for him. You feel me? Like good for him. That has nothing to do with me. I might be making my 100 racks at fucking 44, but like
as long
I'm
as you
still
get
gonna be
to it.
making my 100. Yeah, exactly. And then you're gonna be cool. Like don't be comparing yourself to nobody. Stay in your own lane. Also, another topic I want to see is try and I'm not gonna say forget the past, but let go of the past. Definitely let go of the past. Any feelings associated, any like I'm not gonna say memories because you want to remember it, but anything that will like negatively affect you in the past, because if you stay on the past you're not going to be looking towards the future. Or if you stay on the past, or even if you like the past, you're reminiscing all the time being like, oh, I remember how blah 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 was, or back in the day when XXX happened, you feel me? Which is great, you remember the great times for what it was, but there's great times now, you're just not seeing it because you're focused on the past. There's always going to be great times. Life is great, life is beautiful, it really is. All the intricacies and dynamics of life, it's impossible not to marvel at. Take a step around you and just look at everything in your life and be like, yo, this really isn't that bad, and you're gonna come to the same reaction. Feel me? Especially when you don't compare it to the past. So you want to go learn from your past mistakes. You feel me? Enjoy your past ventures or memories as much as you can. Keep them close to your heart because those are who make you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to go ahead and move forward and then develop yourself more. It's all about advancement, progress. You gotta keep
mistakes.
Exactly. You're gonna keep learning more. So now look towards your future. Always appreciate yourself for who you are.
Where you
Always, exactly. Always think, yo, I'm the best person that I could be, no matter what. You feel me?
And you're only getting better.
Yeah, and have that confidence in yourself, and then good shit happens. Feel me?
Yeah, man. Back the way you said on looking back at the past, man. I think a lot of people go wrong with what you just said, man. They look back at the past, like especially like females, man, when they're getting females and guys, man. Most of the females, because they're a lot more emotional than us, especially when they get their heart breaking. For an example, they like to look back and be like, all guys aren't shit, or all guys are this and that. Nah, man, nah, baby. You just ran into somebody that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? You can't just hold everybody because of something some whack dude did in your past, man. Nah, you can't do that, man.
There's like 6 billion people on this earth.
You're like 20 years old saying that, man. You got hopefully at least 40 more years ahead of you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. If love, all that stuff is some of the greatest things you can feel in this world, man. You're gonna hold one little asshole did to you in the past and mess it up for you for a wonderful future, man. Come on, man. See, things like that, man, you're ruining your own life.
Yeah, you are.
Because the guy that screwed your life up in the past, he ain't worried about you
at all.
So why you letting him control your future, your fate like that, man? You know what I'm saying? Little things like that, as humans, we gotta drop. To be real, we have to drop. Like, we have to be like, okay, you know what? That person did us wrong. We learned the signs, we seen the signs, we learned what not to do, and just move on for it, man. Laugh at it, man. Enjoy the good moments you had, like you said, and move on for it, man.
Even enjoy the bad moments for what they are, because they're all lessons. Like, everything is a lesson. The good things, you learn what you like. Bad things, you learn what you don't like. Bad relationships, you learn what type of person, or if a person does this, because life is really not that hard. So it's like everybody follows like a blueprint. Like, even if it's some people might be gangsters, some people might be classy, but they all go through the same thing. So it's like if a person does this or a person does that, you feel me? Just be like, yo, I don't need this in my life. You learn from that. And, just enjoy life. Everybody enjoy life. Be a happier place.
Yeah, and you're grateful for what you have. Trust me, man. You'll enjoy life a lot more, man.
And then people will enjoy you. You'll
radiate.
Yeah, people will start to flock around your sun because
Your aura.
yeah,
yes,
exactly. Because niggas be having dark auras, so they want some of your nice radiation. You feel me? And that
They
shit.
want to know why you're so happy, man.
Feel me? And you just be doing you.
And when you listen, and one of the most important things, man, I said I said it a little bit earlier, man. Listen, when you're a lot more self-aware, you know a lot more about yourself. Trust me, man, it will make it easy. I see a lot of people complain about having fake people around them. It will make it easier to spot these people out.
Yeah, it would. Hella.
Because when you are real to
Like
yourself,
a radar.
100%, you can tell. You can almost sense. Most of the time, 99% of the time, you can sense when people are just being fake with you.
That shit like a fucking
It's
a Dragon Ball radar.
you
Like
can
that
just
shit's
sense
come up
it,
on
bro.
the little blips.
You could shake your head and like,
Like
yeah,
two
yeah.
sentences into a conversation, you already know when if a nigga's like really fucking with you, if he trying to get something out of you, type shit. 'Cause a lot of them really just want
You
something.
can just tell, bro. You can
Yeah.
just tell. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people they don't trust people because of something that happened in the past. But trust me, when you get to know yourself a lot more, man, things like that for me, I don't even worry about things like that, man. But most of the time, I'm not perfect, but most of the time I can. Damn, I've gotten to the point where I can sense it. Like, yo,
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
man. I'll see you, yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, you already know.
I already know, like,
Definitely keep that. in
Getting little answers like that. Keep it moving. Yeah, bro. See you around, man.
mind. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? See you around. Can we hang out? No. Nah, man. I'm really busy, man. You know, I'm not even really got time for it. I'm not rocking like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's not you being flawed. That's not you being flawed. You can do that.
It's you
It's
protecting
your life.
It's
You
your
can
life,
do whatever you want,
man.
and you don't have to feel bad about it.
No,
It's
I
the
never
be-
feel bad.
That's the best part about it. Like, you could do whatever. You could say no.
When you know 100% that you don't want to do it, you can look somebody in the eye and not study and be like, nah, I'm good. Bro, it's a great feeling. They're going to hate you for that. But it's a great feeling, man. But, you know, the fake ones will hate you. The real ones will respect it and be like, man,
Yeah,
you know,
they
hey,
will respect it because they
Right.
doing the same shit.
hey, man, you know,
know?
cool. You got it. Can't do it right now.
Exactly. That was our wise word for the, what was that? 20 minutes, 16 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, let's just say for this Thursday.
True, for episode 4. It was a nice little talk. Hey,
Hey, man,
y'all
like,
better, please. Come on, son. We are fucking, how old are you?
share. 23.
22 and 23-year-olds, son. This is knowledge. Your friend's not talking about this. It's like, share
Yeah, I
this
guarantee most
shit.
of your friends-
Share this shit because this is coming from the heart. Like, these are from mistakes. So I feel insulted when y'all niggas don't share. That's how I. Sorry for my aggression, but I'm an aggressive person.
Hey, as long as he knows who he is, that's fine. I respect it. You know, that's fine.
But I still fuck with y'all, you know. Again, definitely check out that gallery. That's just the preview, those 4 on the Y2K exclusives. You know, if you click the little 3 dots at the bottom, you'll even get more. Yeah, we about to put a whole gallery with all the songs. We about to update the playlist. Our podcast moved to SoundCloud because certain hosting sites
It's weak.
is gonna be trash. So this is episode 4. This gonna be on SoundCloud Thursday. Last time it was Friday, bro.
Yeah,
but now that we got
we're in
everything-
Orlando, man. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Jordan 420.
True.
I hope you guys all had a great 420
Yeah.
because we did.
Definitely.
We did, man.
But this is my 2K Knows podcast, music with other things, episode 4. Did this about self-awareness, just bettering life thing. This is less of a music podcast and more of a life podcast, but that's cool because I love life. Feel me? And all right, this is Sor. We out.
This is Richie, and we out.
All right, man. Be easy.